Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Rogan Radio, and tonight we are back. We've been having, listen, let me tell you something. What a crazy experience when we do computer stuff, and that's the great thing about it, because I get frustrated so damn easy.
Yeah, you do.
And then
I wish the listeners could hear you.
Oh, listen, I go crazy. Honest to God. You know what?
One of these days, I'm going to record while you're not
behind the scenes. Oh, you
on
have
my phone,
to.
I'm going to.
We seriously need a blooper reel.
Let me tell you something, because I cuss these daggone computers, right? I mean, everything normally works really well, but you always have that one night when you're under pressure, and it doesn't.
How's your blood pressure? How's your
my blood pressure?
Are you on medication?
Oh, I'm on medication.
Does it match your shirt?
Yeah.
Damn it!
The bad part about it is I told you earlier, but the computer started screwing up, and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with it.
That's what it was. It had to be.
We can act like we're your fans. We're wearing them for
I'm the red shirt. I'm the red shirt freshman. That's why we had to wait for so long.
Yeah, you're red for senior.
Anyway, man, let me tell you something. We want to go around the room here real quick. First of all, we have over back from his yeast infection, D as the director over there.
Hey,
we also had the main man who brought some lasagna from Mama Puccio and is the event coordinator now. Brand new title. We have Chad Puccio in seat number 1. Right beside Brucey, or right beside Chad, we have Brucey, straight from Japan, we like to say.
Hi, konbanwa.
Daggone it, that just sounds sexy.
Got me all
We
wet
also
and
have from the coal mines, Jimmy Wiz from a Pittsburgh native, which, by the way, is why we have the Pittsburgh game on TV tonight.
Yeah.
And then we have myself, Chuck Rogan. So with that being said, we do that every week. There's always going to be a catch to that.
And the bad part about it is he acts like his feelings is hurt every week.
They are, Chad.
Knowing that it's coming.
I know it's coming every single week. I know it's coming, but you know what? I just roll with it, man. Because
I think he likes the attention. He thinks it brings him attention.
It does. We're talking about me right now.
Well, the great thing about it is we're having a podcast and we're going to talk about, and this is going to be extremely short. First of all,
just like your sex life.
Just because we have the big premiere of The Walking Dead is coming on tonight. So we want to get everybody out here so we can watch that, because I know, Darren, you're a big fan of that.
Oh, yeah. All 7
Jimmy,
seasons.
you're a big fan of that.
I love it.
And Todd, you're a big fan of that, even when we're doing the podcast and you're looking on eBay. Is that on eBay or what? What are you doing on eBay?
I'm doing research for
research. Way to get your head in the game, man.
Yeah. What about you, Brucey? Man. Do you like Walking Dead?
I don't watch the TV at all.
That's a big fat no.
Yeah, well,
Chad, are you a Walking Dead fan?
I've never seen a show.
I haven't either. I haven't watched it.
Listen, 10 million people are going to be watching this tonight.
The only thing that I know about The Walking Dead is you don't see near as many zombies as what you think you should.
Well,
you do.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Okay. But they're not called zombies.
But they're not. It's not like a World War Z.
Walkers.
They're called roamers. They're called
walkers.
the herd,
Biters.
floaters, lurkers, biters.
How many years has this been on TV now?
Seven
years already. We haven't watched a single episode
Not
yet.
one.
And I don't really know if I have a desire yet.
I don't either.
Because when I watched
You got to start from season 1, though.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You can't start in the middle, man.
The thing is, this is what I understand about it, is that it's one of my favorite all-time zombie movie of all time. And this isn't necessarily a zombie movie, though, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it is.
World War Z.
Zombie soap opera.
World War Z redefined everything when it came to zombies for me, because those things were fast and they were vicious.
And the new Dawn of the Dead.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, that's where the fast zombies came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And I frankly, I think the slow zombies is really more, for lack of a
Dawn
better
of the
term,
Dead.
more realistic.
Right.
You know, because they kind of explain it when they went to the CDC. They kind of said, hey, look, when you die, it's like your brain has this little spark, and it comes up, and it just fires up like your essential basic instincts, which is to feed and to move,
right.
basically. So that's what happens is this little piece of your brain, most of your brain's dead, but it's firing on all cylinders, where it's got this little bit that you get up and you're just kind of moving, and you just want to eat. You smell that.
Well, they say that. What's the thing that they say about the people, like on was it bath salts or something like that kind of messed them up and it made them almost like zombies, to where they would eat almost like a flesh eating. There's a what's that? There's a Russian drug that actually eats the skin off your bones.
Flakka?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
There's another one called what? Crocodile.
Yeah, crocodile.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff. Have you seen that stuff?
No,
it's a drug.
I think YouTube it.
I think crocodile's the one that does eat your skin. I think the flakka is the one that just makes you go freaking nuts.
Brucey, in Japan, when it comes to movies, Or do you have many Japanese zombie movies? Are they kind of enthralled in that?
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of audience in general, they do like scary movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the zombie category is popular. But I myself enjoy just watching the Michael Jackson the video.
Oh, Thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I mean,
Well, you know what was like the first? What's the first zombie movie? Was it
The
Dawn of the
first one
Dead?
that got really big was Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Night of the
Night
Living
of the
Dead.
Living
Yeah, that's
Dead.
what I meant to say there. Yeah, and that was like in the 50s, right?
The
Black and white?
I think it was
The original
60s.
was black
Was it?
and white.
Yeah.
I think it was early
It
60s,
was
right?
early 63, I believe.
Okay.
And I remember actually,
George Romero.
yeah, George Romero did. I don't remember because of course I wasn't there. But they
68.
said that back then, they actually handed out like barf bags and stuff in the theater because
Right.
people never weren't
Really?
didn't know about this. They weren't like prepared for this stuff. It was not the norm. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
What are you looking at me
there's
for?
that.
Because you think I'm going to yell at you. Listen, you
I
do
just
what you
put a
want.
little Walking Dead theme there back.
Yeah,
You hear
I
it?
like
Listen,
it.
I
I
like
like
it.
it. It's real subtle.
Well, I just look over at Chuck like he's going to go. Like, I guess,
Yeah, I hear it.
you're going to go. No, we ain't doing that. We're talking about The Walking Dead, so it's appropriate that we hear the theme song.
Are you into more of zombie movies? When we talking about
Actually, here.
okay,
trivia
go
real
ahead.
quick.
Yeah, go
Sorry.
ahead. Yeah, sure.
No, the very, very, very first zombie film was White Zombie, 1932.
Dang, 32.
Yeah, it's believed to be the earliest zombie film.
I know.
The
What
wonder if they
research
really
that.
director
called
was
it-
Victor Halperin.
I wonder if they really called it a zombie back then, or was it just like a monster, or the
Look,
undead, or something?
It's
you know what I
called
mean?
the name of it's White Zombie.
Hey, do me a
Zombie.
favor, Darren. Look
Huh.
up at the definition of zombie. What's
It
the
says,
definition of zombie?
That book or that movie White Zombie, with these zombies' eyes, he rendered you powerless. He
What's the-
rendered her powerless.
Look up the definition of zombie.
All
Sounds
right.
like Dracula.
Because I'm kind of curious when zombie first came out, because you do have Dracula and you would think of like Frankenstein and things like that. But
Yeah.
when did the zombie really become like prevalent? Because I'll tell you what, when Call of Duty came out, they had the zombie
zombie
mode, and all of a
mode,
sudden
yeah.
everybody was just buying that game just for the zombies.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
it's fun as crap too.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Okay, zombie definition by Merriam-Webster. Usually zombie, supernatural power that according to voodoo belief may enter into and reanimate a dead body. A willless, speechless human in the West Indies capable of automatic movement who is held to have died and been supernaturally reanimated.
Whoa! Now listen, we were just
That's a
talking about
zombie
that.
right there, man.
Chad just picked up a thing. What exactly are you looking at?
Is that zombie makeup?
We were talking about that flesh-eating drug.
Oh yeah.
No, that's
that what
real.
that is?
That was a real arm. That's
The
a real arm.
crocodile.
The crocodile.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
That's exactly what it is,
Can you
right there.
can you throw that to Darren? Darren,
Yeah, I'll put it on the director.
oh my goodness! Now
That's
listen,
a real
this,
arm right
Now this
there.
is actually like a
That's what
eats
showed
it
her
away.
real
this is
arm up.
this is like a drug or something. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And that's
How
a
the hell-
flesh-eating
where do
drug
you,
right
Where
there,
do you put this drug at? Where do you put it? Her arm's all chewed off. Don't you take
just-
Man,
in
that's
your-
nasty,
yeah.
dude.
dude. It looks like a Subway sandwich.
Well, I thought she was
It
holding up a
actually
sandwich.
does, yeah.
You know that
Looks like
the
a
whole
BLT.
eating away the flesh stuff actually started with heroin. Believe it or not, like when guys would cut heroin to try and make more money, they would actually they would cut it and they would mix it with meat tenderizer to get the high. And I guess the meat tenderizer would eat away, and you'd have big scars and it would eat away lots of tissue. on your arm.
Really?
Meat tenderizer.
Yeah. So
God,
that's how it ended up.
Listen, there's a reason why I don't do drugs.
Listen,
Because that thing wouldn't eat away my arm. It would eat away my
Your ding dong.
ding dong.
Brucey,
It would be
like-
completely gone.
did they have? I mean, have you ever heard of something like that? I mean, like in Japan, for example. I mean, you've been here long enough. Do you see all these crazy drugs and things like that? Are drugs like heavy like that in Japan?
What I've heard the cocaine using, and among the not only mafia anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like it's spreading all over the public, and
Right.
marijuana is another biggest thing. That's the most popular
It
drug.
sounds like
still.
Japan is like behind the times of
Well, they're you know what?
drug users.
Come on,
Yeah.
Japanese,
They're-
get with your drugs.
They're more into the traditional drugs.
Yeah, it's more for that.
So I guess like
Personal-
soon you guys will be into the crack is whack phase.
Well, something that harm your own body parts like that. I guess they're not into it, but they just want to hide behind the scenes.
Sure.
And,
Oh,
just for
yeah.
the
I
party.
think
love-
a lot of the reason cocaine got started, with everybody is like, people, wanting to stay awake for college exams, or whether you're an actor trying to stay awake. And
somebody
it's almost like speed, getting that high.
Yeah.
So.
When coffee doesn't do it anymore, you know what? You go ahead and you start doing speed.
Listen, I wonder have you heard the maybe it's an urban legend where Coca-Cola would put cocaine in their.
That's how they started.
Yeah,
it was medicine back then.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola was
Coca leaves they would make medicine.
Yeah, I wondered if that was just one of them because it says Coca-Cola,
like an urban legend.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah, I've heard that too. There's all kinds of little things like that I've heard. In Japan, Bruce.
Yep.
Growing up, was it more monster flicks? Because in like my eyes, looking at Japanese film, it's a lot more sci-fi. It's either outer space or it's monsters.
Monsters. Superhero is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Or they would meld the two together, meld them together between the sci-fi and the
well, the bad guys are usually coming from outer space.
Yeah,
the good guys are usually coming from Earth.
Right,
just defend it.
Yeah,
right.
Boom,
almost, you could almost say like the Transformers would have their roots in say Japanese film because you have like Ultraman and all these other different things that we've talked about for months now. And the what was the one?
The Mecha Godzilla.
What was the one with the where they were Pacific
Rim?
Pacific Rim. No, that was a real. I really liked that movie.
When I first saw it, I was like, it's probably gonna be cheesy and stupid. And I ended up really liking it.
That was like a mech warrior kind of game.
Yeah. Are they making another one? They're making a part 2?
Pacific Rim 2.
Have you seen Pacific Rim, Bruce?
Yeah, we went to see it.
Oh, that's right. Absolutely. Chad, did you see that?
Yeah, I almost bought it the other day. Believe it or not, it's in the 788 Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I did like that movie. The concept that you have to have a will to make a change.
Right.
That's the only way to control that machine.
Yeah, because it's like
you're gonna have a fear. Yeah.
Right.
And the bad part about it is, how could you get any two of us to be able to be in the same?
Oh my goodness! Listen,
that robot would be like hitting itself. Pow,
let me tell you
boom,
something. Pow, first of all, say as an example, if Chad and I were in the same robot, that robot wouldn't move because we'd be doing is eating.
Yeah,
that's number one.
Yeah.
If Bruce and I were in the same robot, you know what? We'd just be talking. We'd probably be singing karaoke songs.
Yeah,
so we wouldn't even be thinking about fighting a robot.
Yeah.
If Jimmy and I were in the same robot, I would be beating the shit out of him because he does his slurping and chomp his food and stuff.
Yeah, he'd bring lasagna inside that
honest
thing.
to God. If Todd and I were in a robot together, I wouldn't even be able to hear anything.
You'd be getting a divorce.
I would.
You guys act like a married couple.
Listen, I would either have shotgun shells in my ears, or I would chop my ears completely off, just so I wouldn't have to hear the nonsense that comes out of Todd's mouth all the time.
You know what? If you and I were in the same robot, one hand would be rubbing his crotch, and one hand would be rubbing its ass.
He'd be stuck in the corner of chronic masturbation.
But let me tell you something. If one was rubbing the crotch and one was rubbing the ash, that would really be true to life.
It would be.
We're really good at that.
Oh, just no
if
joke.
Darren and I were in the robot together, we'd be beating ass, boy.
Yeah.
We'd be beating ass,
taking names,
beating ass, and chewing gum and beating ass.
Yeah. It'd be one-sided. Like this hand and this leg would be going really kicking can, be Darren's side, and Chuck's side would be over here like, what if I could drink a Miller High Life in the robot?
You know what? I can see it now. It would be the Chuck Hardman robot coming down for the Todd Wiz robot. And be like, come on, just wait, because Jimmy's just going to have to drink a drink of something.
You know what?
Todd's going to fart, and then we're just going to knock him out.
with Chuck and Darren in one of them robots. What's that Jackie Chan movie, The Drunken Master?
Drunken Master.
Yeah. One side, Darren's side would be like swinging punches and kicking, and the other side would be like you were doing at the Plane 5 yesterday, holding that piece of paper.
I was reading that thing like a champ, man.
I
had it.
Did you see him, Bruce? He was reading that Plane 5, and he had that paper in his hand, and his hand was shaking like this. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Do you know, like, when you have if you hold your hand the wrong way or arm the wrong way, you just have like muscle, like a muscle
tremor.
twitch.
Yeah,
so whatever. Yeah, that would be exactly that. So I'm reading this. We were having our little post office pep talk in the morning, and I'm holding this piece of paper, but I'm holding it in such a fashion in that perfect direction that it's just making me. It's just shaking like I'm Michael J. Fox. I mean, I'm just shaking all over the place. Oh, it most certainly is. And I'm thinking, my goodness. Todd's looking at me, goes, dude, you all right? What the hell is wrong with you? But the bad thing is, I'm still reading it perfectly.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's reading it like a.
But
champ,
you know how
man.
somebody could read that with the hands going like this? I don't know. It's either that or I was having DTs or something. Don't know.
You did a great job there, by the way. I sent you
thank
those
you.
pictures on your phone.
Thank you. All right, let's go down the line here real quick. This new season of The Walking Dead. Darren, what do you think is going to happen? Synopsis.
This season is going to be completely out of the water, man.
Darren, give him a quick update. You know, for the people that don't know, like Chuck, like why have we been? Why is everybody waiting? Why is everybody waiting for this first?
Yeah, I want to know more about what's so great about
this
the show.
episode. See the Rictatorship, the whole group actually is fragmented. Carol and Morgan are off. Rick and everybody got captured by this dude that I'm not going to say names. Yeah, well anyway,
Negan. We can say it's
okay.
Negan.
Well, Negan. He carries a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Calls it Lucille, and he is very, very in tune with his baseball bat.
Boom.
And so now Rick and them, their group has killed a bunch of people of his, and to get to where they are, well, they thought they killed Negan last year, and come to find out that no,
that was
Negan.
Negan's
at the season finale last year, they're all on their knees in front of Negan, and he's got this baseball bat, and he's going by and tapping them, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and then he takes that baseball bat to one of them's head.
But we don't know who. We don't know who it was.
You don't know who it was.
They did not let who it was, so that's going to be, and I don't know if they'll even actually let us know tonight. You know what I mean? But that's what everybody's waiting on. We've been waiting since February for this episode.
Now, real quick, let me interject. Darren, you have you got a Facebook group, right?
Yes, sir.
Called
the Dead Walk.
The Dead Walk. Now, I guess anybody you got to join, right?
Yeah, you can go on Facebook. It's called the Dead Walk. And we also have one for Fear the Walking Dead, too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I got to get on that one.
Yep.
Then.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, me
but
too.
For the Dead Walk, we get on there and we talk live during the show.
Yeah.
Well, it's not live like this is, but during the show we get on there and we talk about what's going on, and we talk to each other on back and forth and everything. So.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
we keep up in touch
Facebook.
with everybody. We're over like 125 members.
Yeah.
So.
Fantastic.
Now the big thing with Negan is that he, when he captures a group of people, he usually whacks one of them, kills one of them, and then he makes the rest of them work for him.
Yeah,
and he takes 50% of what they make or
I got you.
What they bring
scavenge stuff like that, and then he said but if they don't, then he kills the rest of them. So
now, if anybody follows the comics. And you follow Negan in the comics. Negan is and you know what, I heard this, Darren, that when they released a Blu-ray for season 7, I think they're going to release 2 different versions because Negan. I mean, it's Negan's F this, F that, F this, F that.
Oh,
in the
really?
comic, he's big time, and a lot of people are like, "That's not Negan" when they're watching it. So I think they're going to release a. Maybe I wouldn't call it a director's cut, but just add a separate version of the same episode.
More like an explicit cut.
For the rated R version, because Negan is a badass, and he's got Lucille, and he's going to crack some skulls tonight. Now, okay, here's the question I have. I'll ask Darren, then I'll ask Jimmy.
Okay,
who's going to die tonight?
I've stuck with it the whole time. I think it's going to be Glenn.
Think it's going to be Glenn?
Yep.
Jimmy?
Yeah. I don't want it to be Glenn, but I think it's going to be either Glenn or Maggie.
See, that's my feeling. I think it's going to be Glenn or Maggie. Now, by the time everybody listens to this, we'll already know, but I think it's going to be one of them two. Because we said like we were talking out on the deck, I think it's going to be a main character.
Yeah,
it's got to be a main character.
Because I think they pride themselves on that, like not knowing who, everybody's fair game. There's not, it's not always like, oh, the new characters and they're just, getting whacked. It's always. You never know who it's going to be. It could be a main character on the show. No one's safe.
Kind of like 24
no
was.
one is safe.
Yeah.
24 was great like that.
Yeah. You never know who's going to die.
Now, while you guys are all enthused with this, Chad, what are you going to watch tonight?
Something else.
Brucey,
Brucey,
when you go home, what are you going to watch?
I pretty much just close my eyes
Gay
and look
porn,
back on my own eyes.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's more exciting than watching The Walking Dead.
Well, remember, he doesn't watch TV at all. So.
Well,
I watch movie, but I don't watch the follow-up the TV show because a lot of people talk about it, but I just wasn't sure what's so interesting in it. But
apparently he lives The Walking Dead.
It's like a soap opera among the zombies.
It's like a guy's soap opera.
Yeah, for men.
So
for men.
they kind of protect each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're all zombies.
Yeah.
No,
It'd be like if the entire world went to shit, and there was zombies,
And there was just
us right here. We gathered weapons and tried to survive. Like we watched each other's back and tried to survive, finding food, weapons.
Yeah.
And then there's guys out there, other guys that You
Wanna
got to
take
remember,
that
not
food
everybody
weapon.
wants to try and survive. Everybody wants to try and be bullies and take stuff, and so.
Well, I can't wait. Maybe I'll start watching it this year.
You know what? Start from season 1, like Darren said.
Yeah,
Check
you
it
have
out,
to.
man.
Yeah.
Well,
it is on Netflix already.
Yeah.
right?
I
I've got the
so.
first 2 seasons on Blu-ray.
There you
Bring
go,
it over.
Chuck.
Well, listen, this thing starts in 5 minutes, so we better get off here so we can go watch this thing, and maybe we can go ahead and figure out what's going on.
Let's do it, man.
All
So
right.
anyway, it's the condensed version. It's a Walking Dead episode. I hope you guys are very enthusiastic about this because I am totally could give a shit.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And I know Bruce is going to go home and look at the back of the eyes. His eyes.
And listen, when people listen to this, it'll be Monday, so everything will be out on the table as far as who did what. So if we got listeners who want to write in or call in or email or something, right?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, always.
Go ahead and shoot us an email at RoganRadio@gmail.com or visit RoganRadio.com and go ahead and check out the videos or things like that. Or just go ahead, just somehow, 681-222-7646. You can leave a message, or you can go ahead and get on the Facebook page that D has over there, which is what again? Just do a
The
search.
Dead Walk.
The Dead
Dead
Walk,
Walk.
and just do a search on Facebook for that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Anyway, hey, listen, it's a condensed version, and we're appreciative. We're going to go walk the walk and watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let me show you real quick.
That's what it looks like.
That's what zombies
Right
sound
there
like.
it is. The Dead
Fantastic,
Walk.
fantastic,
We're 134 members.
awesome, man.
We're
Awesome.
like 134 more.
Who's the real quick? Who's the good predictor on the page that you have? Who can pretty much nail what's going to happen?
Darren Hardman.
Darren Hardman.
Yeah, I don't know. We got some pretty good members, man. I mean, there's a lot of them, and everybody's got their own thing, man, which makes the page really good. Because there's people that like different, like the different characters,
Right.
and not everybody's mainstream, and that's what makes it really
Outside the
interesting.
box. That's what
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
all about. Hey, it's the Walking Dead episode. And once again, thanks for listening to Rogan Radio. Check us out on Pandora, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, which, by the way, is my new favorite app. You can go on there and listen to music. You can download music. You can do all kinds of great stuff on Google Play, and you can listen to Rogan Radio. That's fantastic. And until next week, this has been, I think it's episode 48 now.
Let's do it.
Close
We're
to
gonna
50.
We're going to
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
The Walking Dead. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Rogan Radio.